If you have ever owned a belt that started peeling within a year, with the surface cracking along the fold and the coating lifting off in small flakes, you did not buy a leather belt. You bought leather-colored polyurethane bonded to a fabric backing, stamped with a brand logo, and sold to you with the word leather on the tag. That is not an accident. It is a product category. It is legal, and it is the dominant material in fashion brand accessories sold at department stores across the country. There are 4 grades of leather used in belts. Only one of them is what most people picture when they hear the word. Here is what each grade actually is, what it actually costs to produce, and which brands are selling you the bottom of the hierarchy at prices that imply the top. Grade 4, bonded leather. This is the material the fashion accessory industry does not want to explain. Bonded leather is not leather in any continuous structural sense. It is manufactured from leather scraps and fiber residue, the byproduct left over from processing genuine hides, ground into particles, mixed with a polyurethane binder, and pressed onto a woven fabric backing. The resulting sheet looks like leather. It can be embossed with a leather grain texture. It can be cut, stitched, and buckled into a product that photographs identically to a genuine leather belt. It cannot last. Bonded leather has no continuous fiber structure. The material that makes genuine leather durable, the interlocking network of collagen fibers running through a hide, does not exist in bonded leather. What exists instead is a layer of compressed particles held together by plastic binder. Under regular flexing at the buckle fold, that binder cracks. The polyurethane surface coating peels away from the fabric backing. The belt is finished, often within 2 to 4 years of regular wear, sometimes within 12 months. The manufacturing cost of a bonded leather belt is $1 to $3 per unit. The retail price at Michael Kors is $80 to $110. The retail price at Calvin Klein Accessories is $60 to $90. The Federal Trade Commission requires that products using the term bonded leather disclose the percentage of leather fiber content. In practice, the word leather alone, without the word bonded, appears on many fashion brand accessories made from this material in a font size and label location that most consumers never read before purchase. You are not buying a leather belt. You are buying the word leather on a label attached to a product that will peel apart before you need to replace the battery in your phone. Grade 3, genuine leather. This is a real leather grade, and the name is the industry's best joke. Genuine leather occupies the legal category of actual animal hide, which makes it technically accurate. What it means in practice is the lowest usable grade of real leather, the inner splits left over after the valuable outer layers of a hide have been removed and processed into higher grades. Genuine leather lacks the tight fiber density of the outer hide. It is weaker, less durable, and almost always covered with a thick synthetic coating to disguise the surface inconsistencies. The term genuine leather on a belt tag means you are holding the part of the cow nobody else wanted, covered in a layer of polyurethane to make it look like the part they did. It is real leather in the narrowest technical sense. A cobbler who sees it being brought in for repair will recognize it immediately as the bottom of the genuine pile. The lifespan under regular wear is 3 to 7 years, better than bonded leather, and a fraction of what the higher grades will provide. Grade 2, top grain leather. Top grain is the second layer of the hide, directly beneath the outermost full grain layer. To make top grain, the surface of the hide is sanded or buffed to remove natural imperfections and variation, and then a surface coating is applied to create a uniform appearance. The result is a smooth, consistent-looking leather that is both genuinely durable and clearly leather. The sanding process removes the tightest outer fiber layer, which reduces the overall fiber density slightly compared to full grain. Top grain does not develop the natural patina that full grain produces with age. It will hold up, it will look presentable for years, and it is a reasonable product for what it is, Most mid-range leather goods sold honestly at $40 to $80, including belts from workwear brands, department store house brands, and mid-tier leather goods makers. Use top grain. At this price and this grade, the transaction is fair. The problem is that fashion brands selling bonded leather at the same retail price, $80 to $100, are not selling top grain. They are selling grade 4 in grade 2's price bracket. Grade 1, full grain leather, the outermost layer of the hide, processed with a natural grain intact. Full grain leather retains the complete collagen fiber structure of the original hide, the tightest, most durable material in the entire animal. It is not sanded. It is not buffed. The natural markings and variations of the animal's life are present in the material, and over years of use, those markings begin to develop a patina, a darkening and enriching of the surface that makes each belt uniquely specific to its owner. A full grain belt worn for 20 years looks better than it did when it was new. A bonded leather belt worn for 20 months looks like it needs to be thrown away. If you are finding this breakdown useful, subscribe. I cover men's fashion and the industry behind it every week. The manufacturing cost of a full grain leather belt is $20 to $35 per unit. The retail price at Saddleback Leather, an American maker that produces full grain belts and warranties them for 100 years, is $60 to $95. The retail price at Orion Leather Company, a family operation producing full grain belts in the United States with single-piece construction and published leather specifications, is $70 to $90. Now here is the number that completes the picture. A Michael Kors bonded leather belt at $85 and a Saddleback full grain belt at $85 share the same shelf price. The manufacturing cost of the Michael Kors belt is $1 to $3. The manufacturing cost of the Saddleback belt is $20 to $30. The Michael Kors belt has a useful life of 2 to 4 years. The Saddleback belt has a useful life of decades. The markup on the Michael Kors belt is 30 to 80 times manufacturing cost. The markup on the Saddleback belt is 3 times manufacturing cost. The consumer standing in a department store sees 2 belts at the same price. The information that separates them, grade of material, manufacturing cost, expected lifespan, appears on neither tag. The test for any leather belt purchase is the smell, the weight, and the edge. Genuine full grain and top grain leather has a characteristic smell that synthetic materials cannot replicate. Full grain leather has a noticeable weight relative to its size. It is dense. The edge of the belt, where it has been cut, reveals the interior. A tight, fibrous cross-section indicates real hide. A crumbling, layered interior with visible fabric backing is bonded leather or genuine leather poorly constructed. 30 seconds of inspection at the point of purchase tells you more than any marketing tag will. Across the fashion accessory industry, one pattern holds at every price point. The word leather on a product tells you that someone in the supply chain touched something that came from an animal. It tells you nothing about which part, in what condition, processed by whom, or with what durability. 4 grades of material share one word. 3 of those grades are sold at prices that imply the 4th. The belt you are wearing right now is telling you which category it is in. Look at the fold. If it is cracking, you already know. Drop your thoughts below.